Hi everyone, so this video is a little update for my YouTube channel. So some of you might have seen my video in August when I was off with stress. For those of you who don't know, I'm Lauren-Jane, I'm a core surgical training, and what's unusual, I guess in my case, is that I switched from pediatric surgery to plastic surgery, which has kind of, not gonna lie, fucked my game up a little bit in terms of my future. But I've also got 3 children and I just came back from mat leave, so there's a lot going on, but who doesn't have a lot going on, right? So I was off with stress in August, and since then I've been fine, but I do feel like I'm in a positive mood. Look, you can tell this, but I do feel like my husband says that I'm at a crossroads in my life. So I'm coming to the end of my core surgical training program and I'm going to graduate from that, which is awesome. And it is an achievement that I should be celebrating. Okay, I'm celebrating this. But actually that achievement is very much overshadowed by the fact that I actually have no idea what I'm doing next. Because, you know, I always tell people, go to medical school, it doesn't matter how old you are. And that's true. But if you want to do a long training pathway, again, that's also fine, but the bottlenecks are an issue. So you might have seen my video with Ollie where we were talking about how shit surgical training is. But effectively, the problem that I've got is it's not easy for me to get my next job as a registrar. So most people are doing like 3 trust grade years, and people are moving around to get those, you know, Hull, York, Newcastle, you know, and I just am not in a position to uproot my family. I've got 2 children in school. To uproot my family for, you know, a year here, a year there, before I even get onto an ST3 number. And the thing is, with my age, like I'm 37, I feel like I'm too old to do 3 years of being a trust grade doctor, and then what, another 5-6 years of, that's full time, and I'm less than full time, of training to be a consultant plastic surgeon. And so, yeah, it's not good. It's not, I want to say it's not dire, but genuinely, like, what do I do? So I think I finished core training in April or June, depending on who you ask. And after that, I don't have a job and I don't have a plan. And I think this is not an uncommon situation. Lots of people are in this situation. I think the only difference is obviously I've got children and it's not easy for me to uproot them just for, if it was for an ST3 number and it was for a permanent job, that would be a different story. But for a year here, a year there, you know, I just don't know. I just don't know. And so some of you might know that I write novels, and I feel like with medicine, like people, so in the summer agent, you know, they always told me that I'm brilliant and talented, but then they never reply to me ever again. So I have a phone conversation with them and they'll be like, oh, you're so brilliant and talented, send me the novel. And then as far as I'm aware, they either never read it or they when they read the rest of it, there's a problem with it. But yeah, then I get completely ghosted. So I kind of was like, oh, I'll take a year out, I'll focus on like writing for a year, doing a bit of YouTube, and none of these things are really being particularly successful, although I got to 5,000 hours on YouTube, so thank you for everyone watching my videos, specifically my study with me videos, because I love those. But I thought it was important to make this video because I've always charted my journey. You know, the reason that I started doing social media in the first place was because there was a junior doctor who took her own life. She left in the middle of a shift, and then there was another junior doctor, resident doctor I should say now, who took his life in the middle of a shift, actually in the hospital. And I was horrified by this, and I just thought to myself, we've got to do something about this. There needs to be a community for junior doctors, and people need to see that it's okay to fail. And so that's why I started this channel and why I started doing my Instagram, because I wanted to show people my failures. So, you know, I love my successes. Woo, I'm successful. But it's always been my part of the core DNA really for me to share with you when stuff's gone wrong, and then hopefully, you know, in a year's time you're like, oh, you know, look what Lauren-Jane's doing now. It's brilliant, you know. But I don't want to use the word crisis, career crisis, but I might be in a bit of a crisis. I genuinely don't know what I always assumed that I would be a consultant surgeon, and now I just don't see how it's possible. Yeah, any comments you leave on this video would I wasn't going to say suggestions telling me what to do because I don't know, but any words of encouragement you've got are very, very welcome. And thank you to everyone who's been following me on this journey, because some of you have been with me for a really long time, and I'm grateful for each and every one of you, and I hope I figure it out. So please do like and subscribe. Comment if you've got any kind of words of encouragement, because I do need them, because I don't know where we go from here, and that's not a comforting thought.